Hey, subscribers, newcomers, Sonic 162 today with another Let's Talk About video thing. I did say I wanted to talk about random games and experiences and times on Minecraft servers, and well, I think it's time I talked about Mineplex. Why, you may ask? Because I can't find this last globe, and I wanted to make a video on it and need an excuse to. But, so while I talk, I'm going to be trying to find the last globe I need to complete the treasure hunt. And, yeah. But, to start talking, let's see. I'm trying to remember, like, the first time I played Mineplex. Which is hard, considering it was a really long time ago. Also, I might not go with this morph. I don't know what morph I really want to use. Because I don't want you guys to just get bored of me looking all over the map with no avail at all. Well, slowly, might I add. But, like, I also kind of want to be able to cover ground. So, the last, well, this is off topic already, but the last globe I found is by, like, hidden in some bushes at, like, the edge or something, and I thought it was, like, the most cleverly hid one I've seen yet. So, I'm trying to see if there's any others like that, by, like, some, bushes. Because it was a really good hiding spot. I was impressed, I'm not gonna lie. But, back to my whole, trying to remember when I first picked Mineplex thing. I'm assuming it would have been with my cousin. He probably dragged me on the server. And this would have been before I really liked many game servers. I probably wouldn't have played many or really any at this point. So we got on. Or, like, I don't remember exactly what happened, but I remember playing SG, Team SG, and being terrible at it. We both had just, like, started playing. Well, I played Minecraft on PC, I want to say, like, 4 months up to that point. He hadn't. If I'm remembering anything about this right, who knows? I don't really remember the beginning of Mineplex for me that well. So, and I also remember getting on randomly and seeing this new game, Gladiators. At least I think it was new. And trying it, and I was like, oh, it's like a tournament. That's cool. I love tournaments. Because Dragon Ball. Do I have that one? Yeah, I do. And I was terrible at PvP. Like, there's no one, like, that I could beat. Because I was just bad. I had no practice at it. To be honest. And, but, like, I very rarely played Mineplex because of a certain other server that I plan on making a video about. I don't know why I say other, like, I'm salty about that server. Like, I hate that server. I love the server that I'm talking about. I'm very good at articulating what I'm trying to say. I don't even know if what I said just makes sense. I'm good at English. But yeah, I'm sorry in these Let's Talk About videos. I'm just like, but I cracked myself up. Yeah. It's gonna make someone laugh, I guess. Even if it's myself. What a depressing life. As I keep saying, and just, but, like, I don't know how to continue after, like, pausing that, and then I'm like, and I just, I'm getting really off topic. So, basically what happened was, while I was still playing on, I don't know why I'm avoiding saying it, Viz. Did I say it right? Crap, I don't remember how to say it. No, that's correct. The way I used to say it was Vizig. Which, I don't know, still sounds more right to me. That's how my uncle taught me how to say it. So you can blame him. if anyone from Viz watches this crap. But yeah, so basically when I still played on there, I got into a server called TheyCloud, and they had Sky Wars, and I loved their Sky Wars. So I started like splitting my time between the two servers because I loved their Sky Wars so much. Well, I hated Mineplex Sky Wars back then. I thought it was awful in comparison. Darn it! Every time that I see one, I'm like, oh! I already have it. Like, but yeah, I was splitting my time between the two servers back then because I really loved their like. I think the oldest videos I've left on this channel have to do with TheyCloud Sky Wars, back before they redid it, and probably are never coming back, and even if they do, it'll be hard for them to get people to play it anymore, but, like, back then, I remember TheyCloud having a lot of people on a lot, like, a couple thousand, I want to say, all the time. Like, I want to say 10,000, but I don't want to be that wrong. Back then, I also remember Mineplex having like 40 to 50,000, but maybe I'm just remembering everything wrong. It's really possible. Because this is, I'm thinking like, I'm talking, like September, October 2017, or 2017. 2015. Yep, Mineplex is really popular, guys. Oh gosh. That was a botch on my part. But yeah, so I started getting semi-decent at PvP, so I thought. At the time, I thought I was getting good because I think TheyCloud's players started to... There wasn't that many people that were really competitive at it back then. Or maybe I'm better at that kind of PvP than I thought I was because I used normal Minecraft knockback. And it started getting to the point where I was starting to win a lot. Like, I had over, like, 100 losses before I won my first game. And then, even so, it was, like, 20 games in between each win or some crap. But eventually, I got to a point where I was winning almost every game I was in. Near the end of that. And I think it was around the same time that TheyCloud's Sky Wars did go away, which was like February. No, it was right after 1.9 came out, so it would have been February. No, it would have been like March. I don't know, like 4th or 5th. Like, they weren't there that long. I wanted to win my 400th win on 1.9 combat because I didn't understand how it was going to work, which is ironic. I was all excited for that combat update, and I hate it. I despise it. Call me bad at it all you want. I don't like it, though. Like, normal clicking as fast as you can, and, like, understanding the combat within this system is so much better to me. You're welcome to disagree with me, I don't care. Like, you could, if anyone wants to, they can try to explain to me why they think the combat's better. I haven't given it that much of a chance just because of how used I am to something. Like, when I get used to something, that's my preferred thing. I have a really hard time playing, like, survival games on, like, Hypixel. That's not happening. Because I play way too much Mineplex SG. I just can't make a switch like that. I get used to something that's... Like, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. Have I even been looking through the globes? I've, like, zoned out and just been talking. Oh, gosh. Well. But, like, around that time, I don't remember when, Mineplex got a new minigame. It was called Mineplex Competitive League, which is the worst minigame name of all time because it sounds like a competitive league through all their games, not freaking a minigame. And it used normal Minecraft knockback, because at the time, I was terrible at Mineplex knockback. And I had just gotten off my high of TheyCloud Sky Wars, and doing that all the time. And it went away, and I needed a replacement. without me really ever planning on it replacing it, I tried it, and I loved it. I thought it was great. Like, maybe it was just the timing on when it came out, because I was so used to that combat at the time. But I miss MCL so much. Like, the amount of time I would spend playing that, I think there was a couple months in that summer where I went from spending like 100 hours on Viz to like over 100 hours on Viz, like around 120, to just barely 100 because I was putting more time into Mineplex too, where I was already putting a good amount of time into Fade Cloud, but like, since Fade Cloud wasn't doing anything, my time that I would have spent there, that I was splitting, went to Mineplex, and I was actually giving Mineplex more time because I was just enjoying MCL so much. And around that time, people were still trying it out, and a lot of people still liked it, so a large amount of my friend count came from MCL. Like, for example, I met Jazzy in MCL, which for the longest time I swore we met in Team SG randomly, which turns out there was just someone with a similar name. I thought that was my bag. But yeah, like, I can't think of more examples that have actually been in one of my videos that anyone here would know. Like, I can probably go through the friends list. Let's see. Okay, actually, that's a horrible idea. But yeah, like, I don't know, I just met so many people, and I was continuously getting better at that kind of PvP. Next time I met Jazz and we became friends, I started playing Team SG with her. And at some point she basically became my, we became SG partners. Team partners. What am I trying to say? Holy crap. This is why me just randomly going through memories doesn't work very well. Although it would be terrible if I tried editing it. I can't imagine me not botching things, so watching it back I'd be like, this is so fake, I'm done. But, then when I go off on my own little tangent, I forget what I was saying. But, oh yeah, so, me and Jazz played Team SG a lot. But whenever we weren't playing Team SG on Mineplex, and I was on Mineplex, I was playing MCL by myself, or with random people I knew. Like, all the time. It was so much fun, and like, I actually was pretty good at getting wins, all things considered. Well, I was never good enough to win consecutively enough to get in the higher divisions, because I had random teams most of the time. Like, I didn't have a team where we just won all the time. It was just random friends I ran into, or random people on a team. And I think another reason I loved that game so much was, like, how many shards I was getting from it. Like, back then, I didn't have a rank on Mineplex, and I was still getting a lot of shards. I think MCL might have led to me getting a rank, really, which was back when I got Hero, the first rank I had. I've never been Ultra. It's weird. And in, like, December of that year, they ended up getting rid of MCL. And, so then I basically became someone who only played Team SG on Mineplex if I could get away with it. Until I think in September of that year, or in 2016, they changed Skywars and actually made it enjoyable, but I just loved MCL so much that I didn't really care. I might be getting dates wrong in this. Like, I didn't look up a bunch of Mineplex facts before I did this video when it comes to dates. I'm just going off of what I remember. So, maybe my memory's terrible. Who knows? But, feel free to correct me. And all the mistakes I make in this, in terms of, when Mineplex release games. Also, when I go a while without recording, what am I trying to say? I get to the point where I'm used to not having to drink something, Okay. When I record a lot, consistently, I get used to not having a drink while recording. But when I go a while, then it's like, I'm thirsty, my mouth is dying. Oh well. And like, when MCL was removed, I was so depressed because, like, that was just the game for me. That was the game where I learned everything. That was my game through learning, like, at the end of when MCL was a thing, I was starting to try to learn rods because I was like, well, this seems important for me to learn. So I started to try to. And, well, that didn't really, I didn't have enough time. So I gave up on that for a while, learning how to rod. I'm not that good at riding. If Gliders is still a game I could jump into, I would go show that off, but since it's not, I mean, they have this lobby Gliders thing that I hate it. It's basically high pixel duels, which I didn't like in the first place. Like, I loved Gliders too, but I'm getting really off topic. Let's see, so this is what was I just talking about? I'm so bad. Talking about 2016. Oh yeah, and the end of 2016, going into 2017. Right. So, I think at the end of 2016, I just became like a Mineplex level 50. Like right around the end of that year. And I was excited to continuously leveling up because I've always wanted to see my name in the level 80 red. Even though I don't like the red, and I don't know, it's just something I always wanted to do. Like, because I was always really low level and people always called me trash at the game and stuff. Let's see, how do I put this? So for like me, when it comes to comparing myself to people in games, I always seem to, like, think that people, I don't know how to put it, like, they're people that are way better than me. They just, like, it adds, like, a mystique to them. Like, they're so mysterious. Like, how are they so good at this game? Like, every time I think I've reached, like, the new best I could be at Mineplex, or Minecraft in general, I always seem to meet someone who's just that much better. And, that's basically been the entire time at Mineplex. Like, I thought I was getting pretty good at MCL. I met Jazz and her friends. I can go around their skill level. I meet more of their friends. And, I find, oh, I'm lagging on servers, you can tell there. Yeah, it's awkward. There we go. And then I finally beat, like, I think one of their friends that's, like, the best guy I could get some wins in or get pretty close. I'm thinking, once again, I'm, like, the best, I'm, like, around the best I could get at this game. Minus if I could get really good with a rod. Because at that point, I think I still was using the wheel to rod, which is horrible. I don't know why I thought it was, like, the best I could be. Then I met this one person, which I don't know if I don't know, I've never talked about him in a video, I don't think, so I'm not really sure if I should. Yeah. I don't know why you have a problem with, I'm weird, okay? I don't want to, talk about someone who isn't talked about or something, that's why I'm not mentioning any names. Also around this point, in 2017, get your year straight, me. I also started teaming with my best friend, and we became SG teammates. And when that happened, when Jazz started playing less Jazzy, my entire goal at that point became, with MCL gone and everything, I had a few goals on Mineplex. And they are passing Jazz's win count, which has a mini goal reaching 1,000 wins. Like, that'll be big, but it won't compare to suppressing Jazz's SG team win count to me. Because I still feel like she taught me a lot when it came to Mineplex's survival games, and I still use a lot of her routes for the maps. So it just means a lot to me because, as I've said, I add how do I put it? I kind of want to say idolized people, but that's not exactly right. I don't think. It's just they're so amazing, but how? Sorry, had to pause the recording there. I got rang down through food. But as I was saying, I don't know. It's just weird how to compare it to, Dragon Ball, for example. When I meet a new, stronger, or better person at PvP, that my whole goal becomes to, I gotta get better than that person. And, I always have that as a new driving goal. And, something that always makes me come up with a new way to, try to train myself to get better at Mineplex. Which, some work better than others in my, past. The last training method I used to get good at rods is probably my best I've used. And, oh gosh, I'm losing my train of thought here. I'm sorry that these videos are so bad, where I just lose complete thought process here. But, brain, work with me here. Yeah, I just idolize people, or I don't know how to put it. They're just so, I don't know. I think mystique is the best thing I have to describe, if I'm even saying that right, or thinking of the right word. They have a mystique to, which should mean something completely different than what I think it means, and I'm just, calling everyone dumb. But, yeah, my whole goal always becomes to surpass a person in Minecraft. And it's stupid, I know, but that just always drives me to get better and try to get more wins. But the problem was, at that point, I didn't want to be playing Minecraft anymore. Because I was just sick of playing, nothing but Minecraft all the time. It had just exhausted me at this point. Because I'd been playing it through, 2014 through 2017, without much breaks in between. It just was killing me at that point. I did not want to be playing the game anymore. And I felt like I had to force myself to. One, to keep trying to surpass people, which I think actually ended up making me worse, forcing myself to play longer and longer. I feel like in practice, I was yeah, I'm getting better, but I can't do it because I just have anxiety. I don't want to be playing this game, and I'm forcing myself to. So, in late November of last year, I want to say, 2017, I ended up taking a break. I'm skipping a lot of random things. I don't know. For example, at one point, I changed my name to One Last Mansion. I learned W-tapping thanks to a friend of mine. And that shortly after met a person they knew, which led to me meeting a person they knew. That's the best Minecraft player I've ever seen. No one will ever convince me otherwise. So yeah. In 2017, or November 2017, I took a break from then to, say, later, February of this year, which wasn't that long ago, let's be honest. But I still haven't been playing it that much. I'm waiting for my best friend to get a new computer, and then I'll be playing it all the time, probably. Maybe. I'll also be playing more Xenoverse 2, but that's a story for another time. But since I've come back, I feel like I'm way better than I was when I left. Which I think at that point was just the toll it was taking on me to keep playing Minecraft in general. I didn't want to be playing it. Since I've been back, I don't know, I just feel like my rod combos, for example, have gotten better by a lot. Like, maybe I'm wrong, and it's just from not playing in a while. Maybe I'm actually worse, but... Or maybe... maybe less, tryhards are on the server now, and I don't have to, like, try hard back to win fights anymore. Who knows? Like, I basically was one of those salty tryhards from when I got to the point where I didn't want to play anymore. That's just, like, why I had become from not wanting to play it. Like, I had to win all the time, or I was making no progress, and playing this game was pointless. Which is fine, because I'm still not even really close to any of my goals. Like, I'm not even 3/4 of the way team win, or to 1,000 wins. Okay, 7 wins away, but you get my point. Also, I'm terrible at Minecraft. Okay, so, like, my solo was back. Like, I probably had, I want to say at least 600 deaths before I started being able to win solo games. Which is pretty sad, to be honest. And, oh. That's the closest I've ever seen anyone to be leveling up. Holy crap. That's ridiculous. Actually, no, I think I only need 17 experience once, but... guess I'm getting level 71 today. But since I've been back, Mineplex has updated a few times. Got a new lobby, which... It's alright. The lobby, I think. Or, more so, the things that they've designed outside the lobby. My issue with the lobby itself is more so I think the games are harder to get to, and that was their point of making games easier to get to. Why are they so separated? If they're trying to make them easier? I don't know. I just don't understand. Also, I barely looked for 30 minutes that I've been talking. Genius me. The whole thing was I got... No, that was the one I found before like that. I was all excited for a second there. Man. Darn it. That's really disappointing. I really wanted to open a chest there, finding the last one. But that doesn't look like it's happening. Oh. I kind of skipped. They've updated SG since I've been back. And I don't agree at all with the update. I feel like the overpowered kits became underpowered. And the underpowered kits, or at least a few of them, became overpowered. Just making different kits overpowered doesn't necessarily fix problems, IMO. Maybe they're not actually overpowered, but I feel like they are. That's just my opinion. And I feel like Knight got destroyed when it didn't necessarily need... Like, it needed... I'm not saying that they didn't need to change anything. I know Knight was overpowered, but with everything they did to it, it really feels underpowered. And who asked for Axemen to get, nerfed? I couldn't think of the word nerfed. Nerfed before. I'm failing at words today. Like, holy crap. Like, really? You're going to add downtime between throwing axes? I don't know if any of the things people complained about got fixed since that update. I have no clue. It might be totally different. Which I hope Axeman didn't keep its nerfed abilities. And I hope Knight got either a damage buff, their hilt smash, or... Like, the whole reason they're lowering it so much, or like, according to one of the things I read, was someone said that the whole reason they lowered it is because some people, keyword is some people, or keyword is some, I should say, block it. That's why they nerfed it so hard. And, okay, except, I play a ton of SG, and I honestly can only think of a few times where I ran into people who did that to me. And it wasn't that bad anyway. That's just my opinion. Maybe I never noticed, but it's pretty easy to tell when people block it. So I don't know how I don't know. It just seems stupid to me. So, I didn't like the SG update. I like the new map they added, but I didn't really agree with the SG update. And then the next update they added gave rewards for leveling up and crap, and it was amazing. Like, that gives me even more incentive to level up. And you got all the leveling up rewards that you would have got if you would have started at level 1 when this update came out and leveled your way up from there. Or I guess you start at level 0 in Mineplex, but you get what I was trying to say. But like, as I'm zoning out now, great. So, okay. So, like, what happened was, everyone had like 1 million chests to open, and all the lobbies were full of people trying to open chests, and it was a nightmare. But I love the update, like, rewarding people for playing your game, that's great. And then they had this lobby update. They removed a ton of games and made them only Mixed Arcade or Mineplex Player Server games. And I'd be okay with it if it didn't feel forced to be more like Pocket Edition. Or Bedrock Edition, I should say. That's what I feel like. I'm probably totally wrong with that. But my assumption is, with the games they have now, is that they're trying to make it more like the Bedrock Edition. Like, this lobby is really similar to it, in terms of, like, the start here, is really similar to Bedrock, which, their Pocket Edition is fine, I guess, or their Bedrock Edition is fine. I got semi-used to it. On the rare occasion I try playing Windows 10 Minecraft, which is rare, trust me, it's an interesting experience. I think I've done a video on it once. But, I don't know, like, just with the games that are left, and the ones that they removed, I really, really feel like it's forced. Like, I'm probably wrong. You can tell me how I'm wrong in comments. I don't care. Like, when I say I don't care, it's not to be rude. Like, I don't care what you think of me. Like, I care, like, their support, or stuff like that. I don't know how to explain, but I care what people say, and I try to take that into consideration. But, like, if you disagree with me, it's okay to have an opinion. That's what I'm trying to say. But that's basically everything I can think of to talk about with Mineplex. I do plan on doing weekly Team SG again soon. Weekly. Oh, I messed that up so badly. I'm supposed to have a Team SG video every, like, weekend. Oh, gosh. I have to go on YouTube and look at how many weeks it's been since the last Team SG video. I bet it's a long time. But if you guys listen, or liked listening to me ramble on about a bunch of randomness, basically, go ahead and leave a like, I guess, and subscribe if you want to. I don't really care. And maybe I'll upload again sometime soon. Who knows? See y'all later. Bye. Oh, I forgot I was ablaze. That scared me. I was like, why am I flying forward at the speed of sound? Oh gosh, I'm tired. Goodbye.